trust your crypto assets to centralized exchanges that actively sell your private information and front run your trades? Would you like to buy and sell your assets without any middlemen, intermediaries, or robots? Do you like paying slippage, fees, and having the price go up as bots steal from you on low liquidity decentralized exchanges? The solution is nodemarket.io. Set your guaranteed buy or sell price. No middlemen, no slippage, no bots ever. Buy or sell 1, 10, or even 10 million tokens, and you never have to worry. OTC trades are between you and the seller or buyer, guaranteed by audited smart contracts and no human middlemen. Nodemarket.io.
Brandon, you want to see something cool? Look at my green thing.
It's like transparently green.
Yeah, it's like a green screen that just it rolls up out of a little case. I bought it on Amazon.
Elgato.
Maybe. I got it.
Maybe.
I got it.
Elgato.
And
that's a cool system. It's pretty. I mean, it's highly reviewed. It's a lot of people use it. It's a good little green screen. So
well, it's good enough to block the window. This is my not permanent office setup, but like one thing at a time, right? So
no, at
least I'm using the real sound now, the good audio.
Good.
It's still a little echoey though, because it's kind of echoey here.
It's because I mean, sound is a big thing, and people who don't like. I have sound. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 in front of me. I have a sound panel here. I have 2 sound panels on the ceiling.
Sound panels.
1 sound panel there, and nobody sees all this stuff that we have to go through just to make things sound not echoey.
Not shitty.
Yep. It's a lot more than people think. So, but yeah.
Okay, real quick, this is all we'll say about football. No matter what your opinion is, Chiefs are a better team. Done.
It's one of those things, the market's always right.
Well, it was obvious. They played like garbage for 59 minutes and played good for 1 minute, and they trounced. I mean, anyway, that's, you know what? When your quarterback is the last pick, there's a reason. Oh, burn. Anyway.
Oh gosh.
It's true. It's true. Purdy ain't no Brady.
Couldn't get it done. When you get down to the 10-yard line.
Place.
Yeah. Oh, we had a couple people email me about the beekeeper. More questions were asked, so that's good. I'm glad you watched it, Howard.
Brandon, don't we have some? Do we have some people that have been pulling some shenanigans?
All kinds of. Okay,
yeah. Why don't you get to the office work, and I'll go and give our salutations.
Yes, perfect. Let's do this. So you'll notice the new section here in the dashboard. You can click on all these images. These are little tools that are going to help guide us through the ETF and the way that Bitcoin is moving and all that kind of stuff. I think they're cool tools. I also have another onslaught of tools that I'm going to be adding probably later next week that has to do with market caps, potential market caps, that kind of stuff. They're going to be like based on, anyway, it's going to be whole.
And Brandon, these are digital investor tools.
Yes, digital investor tools. So these are all behind the wall.
Oh yeah.
You can't see these. I know we're public facing, but you can't see them because they're like microscopic. I guess if you have like microscopic vision, you can go through there and look at those. But you'll notice over on Node Market here, we got some updates that I kind of want to go through.
Snap.
We have the gating ready for the Node Market NFT. As we've talked about, it's going to require access to get into all these tools. But the complexities of the contract that could have been simplified by Hypercycle is unfortunate, but it creates an opportunity for digital investors to have an easier work through based on the tools that we're building. I don't know if you guys can see all these things, but we have some walkthrough pop-ups that are absolutely gorgeous. We've been working on these things all weekend again. We have the creating the Hypercycles token stack all the way complete. But if I zoom in on this thing, let's see if I can zoom in. Each one of these things kind of walks this through and tells you what's happening in each step of the process. You're not going to get this anywhere else, but this is really cool because it helps to understand what you're doing, what's happening with your tokens, how they're going to be integrated in the license, how the like basically the whole thing. You will not see this anywhere else. And this is like should have been done, but it wasn't. Also, we have the function done in our backend where if you go in the contract and there's no C hypercycle token stacks available, you guys actually have to split those apart and get those down. But like you wouldn't have known that if you were just going to like Hyper PG or Hyper anywhere else. It's not intuitive, nor is it explained, nor is it out there. Currently, even right now, Hypercycle, I have to go talk to them about creating more some level 19 stacks because they don't exist. And you need a level 19 stack first before you can break it down to a level 18 stack. Anyway, once it gets to that point where if you want a level 10 stack, you have to go manually break down from an 18 to a 17 to a 16 to a 15 to a 14 to a 13 to a 12 to 11 to a 10. You have to do that manually. I don't know why they did it this way, but you guys have to do that, unfortunately. So we've broken down now in our back end how to do that. And you guys can walk through that in the dashboard over here. If you're on Hyper PG, good luck. I honestly don't know how they're doing it. I've seen their back end and good luck. So this kind of sucks for them, but it can be done supposedly. And I don't know if they're going to basically use us to like create these things for them, because the breaking down of those hypercycle stacks are like a big part of this process. So they're probably going to leverage us and make us do it for them, which is kind of
no, it's easy. All they have to do is have Node Market NFT, then they can use all of our tech.
Yeah, that's true too. So they're going to use all our tech and they can come do it for whatever else there is to that.
And really quick, Beth, no, there's no cancellation fee for an order to buy or sell on Node Market. There's no cancellation fee.
Let's see what
there used to be, but there is not.
What else do we have here?
I didn't see a Bitcoin. I didn't see a Bitcoin commercial last night. Did you?
No, there was no ETF. I lost $1 in my bet, so whatever.
I didn't think they were going to. Man, after the crap show of last year with FTX and F everyone and all that. No,
I think that we got screwed out of getting a commercial because of FTX.
Pew, pew. All right, boom. Okay, what else do we got? Is that pretty much all the goods?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Most of the goods are going to come behind the wall when we're going to talk more about Bitcoin price escalation and the math again, and oh my gosh, and more of your stuff. So I'm excited about that.
What is a 19 stack? That's a master node, right?
Yep, that's a master node.
Okay. Let's see. Where can we understand about the levels you mentioned? Well, they haven't put this stuff out really yet. So I would wait we will have our own explanatory videos and all that kind of stuff. But this still hasn't launched. And I think what they're waiting for, I think they have all this stuff, but I think they're waiting for Hyper PG to be ready to accept people onto their hardware. I think that's probably what's the only holdup. Because we're working, I mean, like I have 2 Hyper AI boxes right now that are going. They're actually working. I looked this morning, it's like 4,900 heartbeats. It's one license on a box, but we'll see what one license on a box does. Let's see. Did I understand right that we need to get some equipment for tilling before we're able to send it to HyperPG or Hyperpool? You don't need to get any equipment. If you're leveraging them, they would be doing the tilling and the compute and all that. You don't have to get, if you're designating your tokens, licenses, or combination to HyperPG or Hyperpools, it's because they have all of that hardware and you don't. That's why you would do that. So, all right. Let's see. Does Node Market NFT have to be the same wallet as the, yes. Is that correct, Brandon? Yeah, it's got to be in there because it's token gated so that you know.
That's the only way you can get that wallet. So the way that works in logging in, you have to sign in with the same wallet to get those tools, just because you can't sign in with a different wallet and then say, hey, my friend wants to use his wallet. It's got to be the same wallet type of thing. It's like getting your friend into a concert.
Bam. You get your friend into a concert with a wallet?
Yeah, you should be in the future. Yeah, you should. You should be able to like, hey, I have this NFT. I get in the concert. They're like, yep, come on in.
I go out to where the porta potties are. There's always a piece of fence you can pull up. Does the delay waiting for HyperPG make the compute date start later? No, I don't think so. I think one's not. I don't think one's related to the other directly. Remember, HyperPG is not Hypercycle. Everybody say this. God damn it. There's 220 of you. Everybody needs to put it in the chat. HyperPG is a separate company than Hypercycle. Write it.
Wait, I
We're
have to write
counting.
that in the
Brandon, get
chat?
ready to count.
I've already written it. Okay, wait, hold on. I'll count. So wait,
I don't know why
Hyper-PG is not Hypercycle? Like, what are you talking about? Hold on. Okay, that's 1. We got 1. I'm done counting.
Yes. Hyper-PG is a company that's a partnership between Hypercycle and Penguin. It's a separate company. They're not waiting for each other. They're helping each other, but they're not waiting for each other. Get through it. Write it all down. Come on now. Come now. And Chris, are
we're
there
at
large
10.
HYPC committee? There are other ones setting up. Some of them are just for businesses. There's like businesses setting up their own compute kind of pools, like server farms and all that kind of stuff. And they're just for themselves.
Oh. As a general note, I don't know if we even grasp how well Hypercycle's positioned for the next 5 years. But Tesla over the weekend went to NVIDIA and they said that they don't have near the compute power they needed. And they'll take every single H100 that NVIDIA can produce, which that is like every company right now. Every company is going to NVIDIA saying they need compute power. And the fact that Hypercycle has figured out a way to do more compute power for AI and everything that's happening in the space, Hypercycle is going to be well positioned over the next 5 years.
Ooh, I could tell a secret right now, but I'm not going to. It's related to kind of what
I
we said,
triggered.
but I'm not going to.
I knew I triggered that in your head, but I didn't mean to.
I ain't going to do it.
You shouldn't. I would just say this. Let's say Hypercycle is really well positioned for the next 5 years.
You know who else is who else looks well positioned is potentially True AGI.
Yeah, the old trickle down, huh?
Oh, let me see. That's that one. Ecosystem. Let's go to the ecosystem map.
Here, you want me to add it? Add your.
There
you go.
See all these guys? Twin, we're waiting. Awakening, no thanks. NewNet, bomb. Deep funding, kind of melted into the other. Cogito, total crap. OpenCog melted into True AGI. Mindplex, no one much cares. Rejuve, fail, bad token. Rejuve Bio, don't know what it is, but I'd probably inject it. Singularity Studio seems like a kind of passion project that looks exactly like Jam Galaxy, those are kind of passion projects. Zarka, fail. Sophia Verse, we'll see, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to have a good pop. True AGI, equity only. Singularity DAO, they can't launch software. And Hypercycle, good to go. Did I cover all the bases? Did we nail it? I think we nailed it. Who thinks might fit? Well, it could. Yeah. No. The shirt's still good. Let's see. With True AGI being part of AGIX mothership, no. Well, True AGI is Ben Gortzel's project. It's OpenCog Hyperon. It's AGI as a service. It's equity only. There's no token. There's not going to be a token. And the equity's private. And there's some things I could say about that too, but I won't. But they are good, real good. Brandon, did you participate in that one?
Which one?
In True AGI?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Part of it.
Ooh. Did you watch Saturday's private stream for private clients?
I'm pretty sure I watched it. Yeah. I saw a little update tick on that thing too. Yeah.
It's a little juicy bit. Did you read that juicy bit? Of that valuation?
Yeah,
read that valuation juicy bit.
What is it? $7 trillion, right?
700 gazillion. It's a gazillion. Anyway, will AGIX benefit from True AGI? Not directly. Indirectly, I guess it would be good for the ecosystem, and people might try to go buy AGIX and but no. I don't think they're no. But I think that the whole ecosystem will be better if OpenCog Hyperon gets utilized. And anyway, there. Let's see. Thoughts on Wall Street Journal. Why'd you put me first? You're first. Let's see. Thoughts on Wall Street Journal report that OpenAI is discussions with every major player to raise. Yeah, I mean, they need chips. True AGI, the other part of True AGI, chips. AI chips, not more GPUs, AI chips. Ding, ding, ding. Anyway, my thoughts are that's good. That's good for AI, and it's good for anybody that owns equity in some company that makes chips, like TrueAGI. Okay. If tilling started on 9/26/23 and tilling takes 6 months, wouldn't the soonest compute start be? No, why does JD, why does tilling take 6 months? Tilling doesn't take anything. Tilling is just you turn the machine on, you're tilling. Tilling simply signaling that you're available for work. You could plug your computer in, merge the tokens, shares, all this kind of stuff, do all that, and then and you're computing right then. It's compute rolls out when compute clients are plugged into nodes. There's no this takes that. You're probably confusing the how long it would take between 6 and 18 months for a split, meaning for a division, for a one node to become two to become four, those divisions. And that depends on compute uptime and reputation. And I'm not like signaling you out. A lot of people are kind of like kind of confused on this, but to clear it up, you could be tilling for 3 seconds and then start earning revenue. You're just not going to have as high a rank as someone that's been tilling for 9 months and just started. Does that make sense? Because tilling is signaling to the network, hey, I'm available for work. It's like you're remote and you're calling in, hey, boss, you want me to work? And right now the boss is like, no, not yet. Call tomorrow. Cool. But you're still there. So if you've been calling in for 6 months and someone else is like day one, Johnny come lately, hey, man, can I get some work? The AI machine's going to be like, nah, bro, well, we're going to chill for a minute. And then when you call in and be like, JD, get in here. We got some work for you. So the AI machines are going to divvy out workloads to the most reliable nodes. And part of building that reliability is the reputation that you get with tilling. Does that make sense? It's just that tilling right now is the only part of the equation. Once compute is in, you plug in and start on day one. So yeah, good question though. Good question. With TrueAGI not being available for most of us, how can we benefit from it? Well, you benefit because indirectly the whole Singularity Net ecosystem would probably cut. Well, that's a good question. Who benefits from TrueAGI? Well, let's go. Brandon, shall we go through and kind of talk about who would benefit from TrueAGI? Twin, yes. Awakening Health, probably. NewNet. Yeah, maybe, right? If they were channeling diminished compute assets in that direction. Deep funding, that probably not a thing really. Cogito, real world assets. That's a bunch of bullshit. No. OpenCog is part of TrueAGI. So Mindplex, aggregation of like media and like podcasts and like interviews and stuff. I don't know. I'm still curious. I don't quite know what Mindplex's business model is. Is it like a bloggy kind of it's cool, but I just don't know if it checks any kind of like utility box. Rejuve. Well, anything that helps infrastructure, that'd be a kind of infrastructure, a programming framework, a language, maybe. Probably more not on the AI side, probably maybe on the bio side as far as research would go, but then that would go for everyone. I'm going to say that because of the way Rejuve is set up, it would probably be beneficial to the use of Rejuve, but doesn't change the token's value. I think the token will stay worthless because there's no reason to have the token. So that doesn't change. Singularity Studio, don't know. Zarka. They're just buying a bunch of hardware. That's all I could ever determine. Brandon, did I miss Zarka? Did I don't get it. I just don't get it.
The biggest issue that I saw with Zarka when we met with that team is their unrealistic expectation of the valuation of what their product was going to do. I think it was more hopium for them. I don't think that their marketing team could actually achieve what they thought they were going to be able to achieve with the toys and everything that was going to come out. And so I just saw some like long field, left field shots, and I just don't think it was reality. I think if they would have been more realistic with their approach, I think their idea, their concept actually might have been something tangible if they would have just been not so like shooting for the stars as far as their
I don't.
valuation or whatever.
I go
but
the other way.
whatever.
I don't think there was ever any value in it, and I'll tell you why. Not because it's not a good idea to like have a bunch of server farms and like buy a bunch of equipment, but that's not a business model. I mean, I guess it's like a picks and shovels. It's like no different. They should have just started a server farm and offered and done what Hyper PG. I mean, isn't that just Hyper PG for large language models? We're going to buy a bunch of equipment and do what? We're going to build a better large language model. Okay, then you're no different than any of the 900 fucking companies doing the same fucking thing right now. It's no different than anyone, only you're more unrealistic. Oh, good. Go compete with Tesla because they need H100s. Yeah, get in line behind Elon to pick up his scraps. Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't even make any sense. That's the problem. It's kind of like one of those business models. You're like, what are you going to do? I'm going to make bubble gum in my garage and sell it. Why? You can go get bubble gum for pennies. How much does it cost per bubble gum? $7. Why is someone going to buy your $7 shitty bubble gum when you can just go $7 is a lifetime of cancer and bubble gum? Those go together. Like I just don't. It just seemed like a circus. It just seems so stupid. Like what are those three jackasses that beat each other up all the time in black and white? Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's that, but a business with the word disruptor and amazing thrown in the conversation 45 times.
The Three Stooges.
Get off the gas. It's just stupid. Anyway, Sophiaverse, probably not. I don't know. I mean, I guess again, that would be if the ecosystem is made better via OpenCog Hyperon. Yeah, it's a loose argument, but maybe. I think Sophiaverse is a different kind of thing. It's kind of a gamey AI universe, and there could be a lot of cool stuff as well as research done there. I don't think we've seen the full sales pitch on Sophia. We've just been seeing the kind of fringe sales pitches. Jam Galaxy, don't know. Anyway, and Hypercycle, I don't think they're really. I think Hypercycle has business clients, and I don't think. The other thing too is like if you look at all these companies, there's two companies here that very obviously don't need. I'm going to say this nicely. They don't need SingularityNet to survive for them to survive.
Clearly.
I mean, Twin is a business to business. Hypercycle is a business to business. And they're not competing with, I mean, probably the only reason they're SingularityNet family is just because of the connection to Ben Gortzel. There's no other connection. Twin is really its own. Twin and Hypercycle are their own businesses. They're not really, I mean, anyway. Not that I don't like SingularityNet ecosystem, but there's a lot of fluff there. There's just a lot of fluff. Very fluffy. Okay, I've waxed long enough. Got some cool stuff to talk about, but we'll do it behind the wall. Brandon, any parting words to our amigos and amigettes?
Yeah, the only thing that where was that question?
No, you're not going to lose.
There.
You're not going to lose. You're not going to lose your reputation until you pull your nodes from where they exist and point them at new hardware. So everybody that's got licenses right now, you're good. Don't stress. We'll tell you if there's some drop dead date that you have to meet. Don't worry about that. You're fine.
But they said even when I take the licenses, as soon as we get possession of the licenses and we send those to you, you still be tilling, is what they've told us. What I told you last week is eventually you are going to need hardware, whether it's your own hardware or you send it over and use somebody else's hardware. You will need hardware, and you will need to put your tokens with your licenses.
Brandon, I want to do some. Okay, I'm going to answer two questions, and I want you to do some quick calculator math before we go behind the wall.
Okay.
How many X's is 50 million into 2.5 billion?
500.
What?
500. 5,000 X.
Oh, did you do the math, or you're just adding? You're
I'm just
putting
guessing.
zeros?
Okay,
Because that sounds
2.5
like a lot.
billion. Hold on. Hold on. That's a lot of zeros. Let me hold on. 2.5 billion into what is
It is like 5,000. I think it's 5,000. I think it's something like that.
So I was right. My heck.
Yeah, but you were just guessing because of zeros.
Yeah, that's how I
You
guess.
just you go millions to billion. No, I think it's 500. You go
So I was
millions to
right the
billions.
first time. After you yelled at me, I was even more right.
I know, but you were
Yeah.
just adding zeros. You can't just willy-nilly
No.
add zeros. That's like, hey, what was the Richter? What was that earthquake? It was either a 4 or a 5. That's a big difference.
I can add zeros in
big
my
difference.
head and guess.
That's an order of magnitude.
2.5 billion to 5 million is 500. Yeah.
No, to 50 million.
Oh, to 50 million, then that's only 50.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
If you take dude.
I'm doing the math on a flippin' calculator. What do you want from me? I have it right here. 50 million times 50 is 2.5 billion.
Okay, 50. All right, keep that in your mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yell
right,
at
now-
me.
Oh, did you pick 50? No, you picked 500, 5,000.
You wanted 500 too. And even when I said 50, you wanted 500. So don't yell at me. I wanted
Regarding
500.
True AGI, how might we invest in it? It is only for, well, that ship has sailed many, many, many months ago. That was an investment for digital private clients, and that has gone. I thought it was, yes, it was many, many, many months ago. That times that by 50. Hey, Brandon, times that number by 50.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm going back to my thing. Crap, where'd it go? Oh my gosh, you made me get out. That one should be easy. We should be able to do that easy. 50,000 times 50.
Yeah.
Okay, now where are we at? We're at 2.5 million.
Yeah, that's what it would cost now to invest in what those guys in the digital private clients got for 50K. 7 months ago.
So you're saying those guys?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying if you wanted to buy that same investment, it would cost you $2.5 million. I'm not going to say anything else. All right, let's go.
We should tokenize the entire digital and private client investment. Anyway,
I think that's illegal, isn't it?
is it? What did the SEC say?
Oh,
I mean, it depends
no. It wouldn't be illegal for the accredited investors. It
Right,
would be illegal
supposedly.
well, I guess
If-
secondary market. Oof, Gary would come after
I don't
our
know.
ass.
I don't
Gary
know.
would come after our ass.
This would be a thing, but I think Gary might be out soon. So
Okay, so listen, we're gonna go behind the wall. Linda. We're gonna go behind the wall. It's gonna be amazing. You ready? Are
Yeah,
you
it
ready
is.
for this? Brandon, are you ready for this?
yeah,
Are you ready
Yeah,
to go
I'm
behind
ready.
the wall?
I'm
It's
ready.
gonna
Let's
be good.
go.
Are you ready?
Are you
ready?
sure? Are you
ready?
sure you're ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go, Linda.
Why is it giving me music? All right, here we go.
Hey,
We're going
hey,
behind the
do the right
proverbial
thing.
wall
Do the
now
right
to
thing.
continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.